As Ruby Princess receives much-needed repairs over in San Francisco, passengers on board approach the 72-hour mark of sitting in port doing nothing. I've got your news updates for Ruby Princess, and I think it's looking good. And Carnival's newest ship, the Jubilee, looks a little bit naked today, but all that is going to change as the ship's signature feature is set to be installed this week. Let's roll the intro. Hey, welcome to the Midships channel. I'm your Captain Corey. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. Thousands and thousands of you have tuned into my videos over the last few days, looking for the latest updates on the situation brewing with Ruby Princess as she languishes in the port of San Francisco. And before I get into the new news and information, I need to make a correction for yesterday's episode. I accidentally said the ship was in Seattle instead of San Francisco. I'm pretty sure that was just the dyslexia type of situation. I talk really fast. I was in a hurry trying to get out the door to the soccer game. I apologize. The ship is in San Francisco, the home of Zatarans, Ghirardelli, and the most famous prison break of all time. Some pretty cool stuff over in San Francisco. Well, nearly 36 hours now after the collision with the pier, repairs to Ruby Princess appear to be mostly complete. The ship now has a departure date and a time. She's supposed to now leave on Sunday, July the 9th, sometime in the afternoon, for not a 10-night cruise like she was supposed to. Now it's going to be a 7-night cruise with only 4 port stops. And Princess Cruise Line is pulling out all the stops now, offering a myriad of different options for guests on board the ship. You can disembark now and get a full refund, all your money back, plus some future cruise credit, or hang out and enjoy what's left of the cruise. You'll get a partial refund, and also you'll get that future cruise credit. Obviously, this is not what you want to happen to your 10-night, very expensive Alaska cruise of a lifetime. These 10-nighters cost way more than the Princess ships operating 7-nighters further north out of Seattle. And here you can see it looks like the welders and the tradespeople have really done a bang-up job here on the hole that was in Ruby Princess. But it does look like maybe the painters need to come out here and finish the job for them. So Ruby Princess should be good to go now. Unfortunately, passengers on board are now going to miss out on their stop in Sitka, Juneau, as well as Glacier Bay. One thing of note is as the ship remains docked in San Francisco, guests are now finally being permitted to disembark the ship and enjoy the city. And that started last night. Obviously, they'll be allowed to pretty much come and go as they please until Sunday, when the ship is set to leave. Now, previously, as of last night, guests were still confined on board the ship as the cruise line was assessing and repairing the damage, hence why yesterday's episode referred to them as hostages. Some of you called that clickbait. But if you are kept against your will on a ship, you are by definition a hostage of said ship. Be sure to check in for tomorrow's episode to see the latest update as to whether or not Ruby Princess actually made it out of port in San Francisco. Maybe we should do a group cruise on board the Ruby Princess. The Midships Bangin' Group Cruise on Ruby Princess. That'll be a banger at port. I want to remind you that if you want to have the best possible cruise experience, well, you should prepare for your cruise ahead of time by spending a few minutes in the Midships Amazon store. In there, you can find the cruise essentials that I personally use and love every single time I cruise. And folks, I've been through 5 or 10 versions of pretty much every item in that store before landing on the one that I think is the best. Check it out. There's a link in the description down below. Everything in there is a great deal. It's very affordable, and I think you're going to love it for your next cruise. We got to keep the cruise news moving. Let's head over to the Meyer-Werft shipyard in Papenburg, Germany, where the unsafe panels may have been installed on the Carnival Jubilee, but that's not what we're talking about, because the Jubilee, hopefully in the next few days, she's going to look a lot different. She's going to hit one of those big major milestones. And that particular one is the installation of the all-electric Bolt Ultimate Sea Coaster. You know, I've been on all of the Excel class ships, the Mardi Gras and the Celebration, and I have still yet to ride the Bolt. And it's not for lack of trying, but for lack of availability, and the Bolts just don't seem to hold up all that well on these 7-night cruises. They tend to break down a lot. If you've ridden Bolt, let me know about it in the comments down below. Maybe the Jubilee will be my chance to actually get on board a Bolt roller coaster. Very interesting. If you made it this far in today's episode, please make sure you get subscribed to the channel as we inch our way closer and closer to 20,000 subscribers. What a huge milestone for 2 years of YouTube. While you're down there subscribing, hit the thumbs up button if you're ready to be told about the next Midships group cruise. I've got a really cool one in the works. It's the only way to let me know you're ready to come on board a big old cruise ship with me. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. And until next time, we'll see ya on the Midships.